you pull your hair on the back slick. You know I like it like that. The other girls in the backseat, me in the front 'cause I'm bad. And it feels like the prom. That's when never saw a little drum. And they're waiting for us. Hey, you, jumping on Cadillac.
Hi friends, welcome back. In today's video we have some exciting projects happening, a quick and easy meal prep recipe that is so freaking good and all of my kids loved it. Cleaning, organizing, all the things. The kitchen tile is finally going up in our kitchen. This will probably be one of the last house projects in this house before we will get orders to move again. I feel like the last 3 years in this house went so quick. I was not expecting to feel bittersweet about this, but we also had some issues with our escrow last year that the bank messed up. And so now I'm kind of excited to sell the house and move on. But everything else is kind of turning out great in this house. I will miss all of the projects that we did and how we customized this house. I think I'm going to have to do like a blast from the past and show you guys what this house looked like when we first moved in. I think that would be cool, like a before and after before we sell the house and move on. I'm really excited to see where we'll go next in the military. I'm really hoping we'll find out pretty soon where we're going, because I would love to hopefully maybe go over to Europe. I think that would be so cool to live in like Italy or Germany for a few years with the kids and let them get that culture and that experience. But you can see we're just kind of tackling the living room. I feel like this house gets so messy with these kids, and they've been off school because of all the flooding and tornadoes lately. So they've been home a lot. Something I really have to do and get better at is vacuuming off my couch daily so that the dog hair doesn't pile up, the kids, all of the things. I swear this couch is super nice. I do love it. But again, I don't know if I would own a white couch again if it were up to me. I really love the color though. I don't know how to explain it. Anyway, we're going to jump into today's video. Make sure you're sticking until the end and getting all of this content as well as some ideas for your own home. I'm in love with how the tile turned out in our kitchen. Let me know your guys' thoughts, and I appreciate you guys being here. Make sure you hit that subscribe button as well as that alert bell. It will notify you when I do upload. And if you're not already following me on Instagram and TikTok, I highly suggest it, especially if you are a book lover like me. I post a whole bunch of book content on Instagram Reels as well as TikTok. So go check out those pages. Make sure you give me a like and a follow. And there's also some nutrition content as well on there.
Now we're sharing this cake. Eat dessert from your lips, no plate. I'm first class, looking like a Barbie. All my friends, they really try to warn me, but I just want another this with you. You want another this we won't let you down. And it feels like the prom. That's when never saw a little drum. And they're waiting for us.
I swear this little dicer thing is a lifesaver. You can get them really at any grocery store or Amazon. I think I have mine linked on Amazon. You can check that out if you are interested. It is in my storefront, but it just makes things so much easier. All I'm doing is getting everything prepped right here so I can show you what I am doing, and it'll be a little bit easier. But pretty much I'm just making sweet and sour meatballs. And I ultimately decided that I wanted to add, because I forgot the sweet and sour sauce where you get it in like the Asian section in your grocery store. I forgot that. So I just did barbecue sauce. So it ended up being more of like a barbecue Hawaiian. And you just I added about half the peppers because of my kids. I know that they probably would not like that. And instead of doing a whole bunch of brown sugar like it called for, I only did half the amount of brown sugar because of macros. Brown sugar is actually high in carbs, if you did not know that, which is surprising, but it is. So you have to be very careful with that. And then I'm going in with a liquid amino soy sauce, which is just lower calorie than soy sauce. And it does have a little bit less sodium, which you really want to watch out for. And then I'm going in with some cornstarch And I think I'm just going to throw in the barbecue sauce last. And then I just put that on low heat for like 4 hours because the meatballs are already pre-cooked. And you can see I'm closing it, and that's when I decided I don't like how that was looking, so I decided to add the barbecue sauce right there. I just use the G Hughes sauces. They are great for macro wise, like low in carbs, all the things, because surprisingly enough, a lot of your sauces have a lot of carbs. So just be prepared for that. I'm just going to finish cleaning up this kitchen so that when my husband gets home, we can finally tackle the backsplash.
Wish I could say I was finally over you, but that's not the truth. Everyone always keep falling in love again. What's wrong with them? I don't understand. Maybe it will pass by, someone save me. Before I pass out, I'm too lonely to be done. I'ma drink at this page. Yeah. Why am I the only one who's left in the rain with nobody to hold on to? Why am I the only one who's feeling this pain when there should be two of us? And yeah, I know we both wanted different things, but letting go just comes easy and you don't. Why am I the only one who's left in the rain? If I had an option to be someone else, I would, and let go of you. I know that I'm obvious, yet I'm made this way. But why didn't I stay when I had the chance? Maybe it will pass by, someone save me. Before I pass out, I'm too lonely to be done in my drink at this pace. Yeah. Why am I the only one who's left in the rain with nobody to hold on to? Why am I the only one who's feeling this pain when there should be two of us? And yeah, I know we both wanted different things, but letting go just comes easy and you don't. Why am I the only one who's left in the rain? The only one that's left in the rain. The only one that's left in the rain. Am I the only one? 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 Wish I could say I was finally over you, but that's not the truth. Why am I the only one who's left in the rain with nobody to hold on to? Why am I the only one who's feeling this pain when there should be two of us? And yeah, I know we both wanted different things, but letting go just comes easy and you don't. Why am I the only one who's left in the rain?
We did get our kitchen tile from Home Depot. I had a few options, but I ended up going with the herringbone of this tile because it matches our fireplace. And I thought that was kind of unique. And I didn't want something so plain and white because our whole kitchen is white. But I couldn't go too beige because then it made it look dirty. Like it just did not go with our countertops because we have pretty white countertops with some gray webbing, some black flecks as well as gold flecks. So I was looking for something that had a little bit of all of those incorporated. This ended up having some grays, some beige, some grays, like all the things that you needed. And I think it turned out really good. I was really iffy on it at first, but now that it's done and I keep walking into my kitchen, I honestly really like it. I think it was a good choice for kind of bringing in the flooring as well as the wall color in our house. And I hope that you guys like it too. Let me know at the end what you guys think. We're going to be doing certain things throughout the day. And then I will move around, clean something, and then come back and do more of the project because you have to grout. You have to do all of this stuff to put up tile. It's not an easy, quick thing. And I will tell you what, my husband was over it because he had to sit there and cut all of the tiles, and the little triangle pieces were the death of him. I swear he was like, I'm over this, never again. And of course, I started on the wrong wall. So if you're coming at me, oh, you should start on the other wall. I know. This was my first time actually helping with the tile, so I didn't know what to do. And we had no walls in our last kitchen. So I should have started at the wall side and moved towards the fridge, but I didn't do that. So we're just going to ignore that. I'm not a professional. This is just me and my husband DIYing, and it's stuff that we've picked up over the years with our other house and this house, and we're just kind of going as is. But yeah, it was definitely a task in itself.
Wouldn't lie to you, doesn't matter what I do. She's got a hold on me. She knows how to drive a truck, but she lets me pick her up when we're going dancing. My heart stops beating when my headlights shining on her. She's my country girl. I couldn't tell you what she's doing with me. She's so damn out of my league. She's a little bit crazy on the weekends, dancing in her red dress, and I love the way she looks in my eyes. And I'm feeling like midnight's getting closer, and I just wanna hold her in my arms till the sun comes up. She's a little bit country. Yeah, she's my country girl. She's a little bit country.
So you can tell that was a big project. I cut a lot of it out. I filmed almost everything, but it was hours of footage. And yes, it took us a while to get that up because we were learning as we go. This was our first time doing herringbone. So it was a learning curve that we had to get used to. And there was just things that I messed up. I must have not put the first one on right. And there was just a whole bunch of stuff. My husband had to come and fix it. I put too much adhesive at one point. There was just things I was learning as we went. And the fact that I could just kind of speed it up for you guys, it made it seem like it was only 30 minutes. No, that was pretty much an all-day task. So I am going to take a break and do some laundry. And then we have to go back downstairs and finish the little wall by the coffee table, which I don't think I filmed much of that for you, or if anything for you guys, because you already saw us put it up on the long wall. And then we're going to end up grouting. And then that was like a lot of cleaning. And then my husband did like the caulking at the very end, and we didn't film that, but you'll see I'm going to start putting all of the kitchen back together and getting our house and our kitchen back in order.
She's my country girl. She can let her hair down, but got her feet on the ground. I can't get enough of her. She can drive me so wild, just with that sweet smiling. There's nobody else for me. My heart starts racing every time I'm looking at her. She's my country girl. I couldn't tell you what she's doing to me. She's so damn out of my league. She's a little bit crazy on the weekends, dancing in her red dress, and I love the way she looks in my eyes. And I'm feeling like midnight's getting closer, and I just wanna hold her in my arms till the sun comes up. She's a little bit country. Yeah, she's my country girl. She's a little bit country. Yeah, she's my country girl. Guitar. Yeah. All right. do. She's got a hold on me. Ha. She's a little bit crazy on the weekends, dancing in her red dress, and I love the way she looks in my eyes. And I'm feeling like midnight's getting closer, and I just wanna hold her in my arms till the sun comes up. She's a little bit country, yeah, she's my country girl. She's a little bit country, yeah, she's my country girl.
Honestly, latex gloves were a lifesaver when doing the grout. I felt like the tool, like, yes, you have to use the scraper tool, but to put it onto the tile, it was just so much easier to use my hands and get up in there and get all of the grooves and the crevices. I think it looked a lot better that way too, and it was just so much easier to put on. However, the sponging and trying to get all of the excess off, it's a whole task. I swear, grouting is not the best, but I will say working in small sections saved us. So we would only do one section at a time and we'd wipe, and then eventually my husband went through and did the rest of the grouting, but I was right behind him wiping. So it was just small section by small section. And I think in our first house, we didn't know that, and we put it all up and then we let it sit there. We didn't know you were supposed to wipe it off like right away pretty much. So yeah, it was definitely a learning curve, but we got it, and I think it turned out so well. And we do have a lot of extra stuff, so we're gonna have to take that back to Home Depot.
There was a light in this town. It had a really nice sparkle.
Diving deep into the waves, babe. I know that you wanted to. It's a risk worth taking, even if it's over soon. Want you skin tight, close like denim. Come on, love me right. When it's ending, I'll be fine. I got your body close.
I want to go into what books I'm reading pretty much the last now next. So if you're interested, stay until the very end. But I'm obsessed with how this kitchen turned out. Let me know your thoughts down below. Let me know if you're liking all this content, the house stuff, any suggestions that you guys might have for future content. I really would like to get more stuff out. I do not have a full-time job right now. I ended up leaving my full-time job, and I've been stressed because of the mess up in our escrow. So I'm trying to put my all into social media. So hopefully I'll make just a little bit. Like, I'm not making any money right now at all, really. I don't know if YouTube's a little different than TikTok, but TikTok is just the worst for what the qualifications are for views and how you get paid. It's literally the worst. It doesn't matter the views. It doesn't matter. You have to have 1,000 qualified views, which means the person is like watching the whole way through. And they're also seeing it on their For You page, not on like going to your page and looking up your page. It's so weird. I hate it, but honestly, it is what it is. But if you're not following me there, please make sure you are. I'm just finishing up cleaning in here, and then we'll talk some books. So I'm going to do a quick last now next. However, I have a few books that I don't know which one to go to next, so you might have to help me. I just finished like 3 books at one time because yes, I do read more than one book at a time sometimes. First, I just finished Fearless by Lauren Roberts. This book is the 3rd book in the Powerless trilogy. I'm obsessed. This book emotionally destroyed me, and I was not expecting to be so sad at the end of this story. Kai is just the epitome of book boyfriend. The poetry that just comes out of his mouth is just pure. I don't even know how to explain it. I don't think it will ever move on from this book. I thought Onyx Storm by Rebecca Yarros was going to be the book that emotionally destroyed me, but I was wrong. It was this book. It was definitely this book. Bridesmaids by Chance by Megan Quinn. I did get the ARC and the audiobook. The audiobook was top tier. I absolutely loved it. I love all of Megan Quinn's audiobooks. This one is an age gap, workplace, grumpy sunshine romance. It definitely was so worth the read. And the fact that this comes out on April 15th, make sure you are adding this series if you have not read it to your TBR, but specifically, this book has my heart. Then I needed a break from all of the romance, and I went into The Only One Left by Riley Sager. This is a thriller. This follows a health aide that goes to the home of Lenora Hope, who is believed to unalive her whole family in 1929. And she's willing to type out the story to this caregiver. This book gets crazy. The plot twist was definitely twisty, but was it the most shocking, revealing? No. I guessed a lot of it, but some of it was still very shocking. Currently, I'm reading on my Kindle Delicate Escape by Catherine Cowles. This is the 2nd book in the Sparrow Fall series. Catherine Cowles does amazing romance mystery writing, and I'm loving this. These deal with heavier trauma topics. Definitely not for the faint of heart. Definitely check your trigger warnings. But the way that this series has dragged me in has not let me go. And I'm also currently reading Kingdom of the Cursed. This is the 2nd book in the Kingdom of the Wicked series by, I cannot say this name, by Carrie Mascalo. I am saying that so wrong. This series follows twin sisters where one of them was unalived and her other twin sister is trying to find out what happened, and she ends up summoning one of the princes of hell, the Prince of Wrath. It gets really weird, the wild twist that is the 1st book. This is the 2nd one, and I'm excited to continue on the journey. I have a few books here. As you can see, I don't know which one to pick next. I'm going to go through them very quickly, but you have Enchantra, which is the 2nd book to the Phantasma series, which the 1st book kind of remind me of Danny Phantom Meets Caraval by Stephanie Garber, but it's also a dark romance, so be prepared for that. Another book that was just recently released April 8th is Wildest Dreams, and we are getting Dylan's story, which is the 2nd book. The 1st book is Truly Madly Deeply, and I don't know where the author is going to take this book. She is a single mom, so I'm excited for that trope. The Conditions of Will by Jessa Hastings. This was also a new release this month, and I do like the Magnolia Park series behind me. However, it was a little too YA. I'm hoping that this one will be a little bit more relatable to me, almost being in my 30s. And the Neverlist. This is another fantasy, but it is wide choose. I'm not typically a big person on wide choose, but my friend on TikTok said that this one was really, really good, and she isn't a wide choose girly either. I just love finding new authors and trying them out and seeing how their writing goes. I'm all for it. But this is my last now next. I know that was a little bit more in depth than I was planning to go, but anyway, this ends my video for today. I hope you guys liked all of the cleaning content, the new kitchen updates, as well as my book content, and I'll see you guys back next time.